Welcome to Daily Design with Denise from Denise Gianna Designs, Day 2. Today I want to continue the color discussion, and I'm calling today's little bit of information, it does not take a village to choose a wall color. Too many people invite too many other opinions into their choice when they're looking for paint for their home. One wall, a full room. It's really a dangerous mistake to get a lot of people involved because color is a truly personal choice. Color is also quite mutable. It's not static. That means that any particular color put on a wall will look different at different times of the day, from different directions in the room, from different angles, will look different depending on what you put near it. So, once again, very personal decision. Okay. Choosing color is hard, that's true. Everyone has a difficult time with it. But color is really about feeling and mood. And unless you're just going for a simple cool or warm neutral in a room, if you're looking for real color, one of the very first things you should do is think about what you like best, what your favorite colors are. And one of the fun little activities that I have had my class do in the past when I was teaching color was to have them go through magazines and their possessions and pull together items and pictures of things that they really liked and felt good about. They weren't looking for any particular color, they were looking for things that were interesting to them. And gradually, as you gather a group of things together, you'll see that there is a color palette that's growing. You'll see that there's a lot of things in the blue family or the pink family or the red family, or almost everything is cream or gray. But what you'll also notice is occasionally there's a different intensity of color. Something's deeper, something's darker. If you have a lot of objects that have texture, let's say you're looking at things that are fabrics or pictures of fabrics, you'll notice that different textures have different properties when in effect to the color. So something that's got a lot of texture to it looks deeper and darker because of the shadowing to the actual color. So get yourself a bunch of things that you like and assess how you feel about them. If you're looking to change a color in your room or your home completely, you're not looking to match something, it's really a wide open game for you. Figure out what your inspiration is. Figure out what you really like. I like to take a picture or an item and build a room around it. Most people don't get that opportunity because they're trying to paint a room to go with their couch or their sofa. But even if you're going with your couch or your sofa as your inspiration, there are ways to find other shades that will work, because the truth is almost all colors go together in the right intensity, with the right undertone, in the right proportion. So, once you've gotten an idea of where you want to go, let's say you have a blue couch and a beige rug. Where do you want to go with this? Well, the world is wide open to you. I would say figure out a color that makes you feel really happy and consider the use of the room. If it's a living room we're talking about, it has a couch in it, you're going to use that room during all times of the day. So the color needs to look good during daylight, during artificial light, at different times of the year, as opposed to a bedroom where usually you're just in there in the evening hours or maybe a little bit in the early morning. So during the day when the light is changing, it doesn't really matter if you love the color at every hour of the day. So let's say we're in a living room and you have a beige rug, a wood floor, a blue couch. Start by taking a piece of plain white paper and putting it near the blue couch. What color undertone pops out from that blue? What I mean is that all colors are built from other colors. Some have cool tones, some have warm tones. Blue in particular can be a red blue, a green blue, a gray blue, a very brown blue, or a very mid-toned absolute blue. But if we're talking about a sofa, chances are it's fabric, so you have fibers woven together, which often are a couple of different colors. So there's several blues making up that one solid blue couch, or if it's all the same blue in different threads woven together, the way that they attach and the way the light hits them still gives you a feeling of movement and light and dark. Once you've decided if the blue of your couch, for instance, is cooler or warmer in undertone, this gives you an idea of where you can go with color. If you've done the little exercise where you've looked around and you've thought about all your favorite things and you decide, boy, I really love the color green, now you know that you can work with a green that goes with a particular tone of your couch. Now the way to do this is to go back to your paint swatches at your store. And I suggest that you go to your paint store and take just as many paint swatches as you want. That's what they're there for. And be sure that if, in this case, you're looking for a green, you choose greens that look well with blues. So for instance, in the whole selection of paint, you have greens that have yellow undertones, yellow-blue undertones, blue undertones, very dark blue undertones, and black and gray undertones. Think back to your sofa. When you use that white piece of paper, what undertone did you feel the sofa gave off? And that's the area in the green paint section that you should concentrate on. Bring home a bunch of paint swatches, lay them out on your sofa, and see how they make you feel. One of them, at least, should give you a really good feeling. Now, let's say for the sake of argument, you decide that your sofa would go well with either green or another blue. So you bring home color swatches in 2 different color families. You lay them out, you look at them, consider your accessories. Maybe you don't have any drapes, so you don't have to consider that. You have just a room with a sofa and a beige rug. Now what you want to do is get yourself down to only 2 or 3 colors in each color family. You don't want to put 50 color choices on your walls. Once you've got between, in this case, 4 and 6 color choices between the 2 color families, blue and green, get yourself little color sample cans. Now I know these run $3, $4, $5, $6 a can, and that seems like an extra step, but I'm telling you, this is the way to do it. There's no other way would I ever put a color on someone's wall without this very important step. Buy the color samples, bring them home. On the walls of your room, in light as well as shaded areas, corners as well as the middle of walls, paint 18-inch squares of each color sample. And if you can, butt them up against each other and definitely have them in a corner, on open walls, near windows, and next to molding if you have molding. Let them dry, give them 2 coats, and label them. Assign a number to each color and put a number on each swatch, because I'm telling you, they're going to look different on the wall than they do on the color swatches. And now I ask you to just live with the color for 48 hours. 48 full hours, 2 full days, live with them. At various times, you're going to look at them and you're going to say, I like that, I don't like that, I hate that, I like that. But you're going to discover that it's going to change as the time of day changes, as your mood changes. Live with the colors for 48 hours and then decide, if you have to choose more than one, which 2 colors you like the best. One of those, if not one entirely because you've only chosen one, is your chosen color. Now, consider how deep you want that color to be on your wall. Colors can come in tints from 25% to 100%. So any given paint swatch can be mixed lighter all the way up to the 100% tint that's shown on the swatch. Perhaps you want to try the color out a little lighter. I'm a big fan of deeper colors, so even if it's already a light color, or if it's already a deep color, I should say, try putting it on the wall in a bigger area. Now paint a 36-inch area in that color, and again, live with it for at least a day. In this way, you're trying out the color a lot like when you buy something, bring it home, try it on, take it off, try it on again, and see what it's like to walk around in it. Because you're going to be living with the color on that wall. And once again, I really caution you, do not ask 15 people, 10 people, 5 people what they think about the color, because it's not up to them and they're going to have a very different feeling than you. Once your room is beautifully painted and it's pulled together, it's going to be what you intended. You're going to love it and everyone's going to love it because you love it. Once you've chosen the paint color, if you decide to paint yourself, which I don't completely advise, there's many interesting videos online that show you how to best paint a wall. Invest in good brushes. Make sure you get a good quality wall paint. I'm a big Benjamin Moore fan, and I very much like their Marquee and their really deeply pigmented paint. Make sure that you don't get anything on your wall less than an eggshell or a satin, because it is not livable to have flat paint on a wall. Flat paint it marks, it mars, it comes off the wall like chalk. Invest in a good paint and a good sheen on your paint. And if you want to really complete the designer look, you may want to do your wall molding and your trim in the same color at a lower concentration, so that even though it looks paler, it will help reflect the color of the room all around. And another little trick that I'll let you in on is to do the ceiling in a flat paint. Ceiling paint is always flat, in a tint of the wall color. So depending on the intensity of the wall color, you want the ceiling paint to be tinted just a little bit, so that though it looks white when you look up at it, it's actually got the same pigment as the wall and it's reflecting the wall color all around. There's another really easy way to choose wall paint, and that's to give me a call. We'll walk you through it. A paint consultation with us is an hour of time, and we'll help you choose the right color, and we'll help you figure out which you like best on your walls. It's really not that scary. It's just a process. You wouldn't go out and buy the first piece of clothing you saw hanging on a rack, because you want to be sure it really works for you in your life. So give it a try. Try choosing your own wall color. And if you run into trouble, give me a call and I'll happily help you out. Thank you, and see you again tomorrow.